And you
Good morning, good noon, good evening, wherever time and place you're listening to us from, straight from the 909, early morning on Saturday. It's Mark, myself, Isaiah, and together, that's hip hop.
That is hip hop. You know
Please
what?
don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell.
We're here on a lovely Saturday morning.
We are. It's different time zone for us.
And Isaiah is bugging out.
I am
big
bugging
time.
out. I am bugging out. But you know what? It's all good because...
Did you have your coffee? Did you have your coffee this morning?
Did I have a coffee? Yes, actually I did.
Okay,
have coffee.
good. All right.
But it is a good day because we're discussing the legendary duo Eric Sermon and Parish Smith, better known as Epmd.
Eric and Parish making dollars.
One of hip-hop's premier duos. They carved out a niche for themselves with their laid-back delivery and funk-infused beats, leaving an indelible mark on the genre. Beyond their musical talents, Epmd is also known for their business acumen. I mean, even just their name themselves, like Mark said, Eric and Parish making dollars. Like it's in their whole aesthetic. Even in their album titles, you know, it's a continuing theme, which is just dope.
Yeah.
That you like, no matter like even up till today, it would be about making money.
Their albums out of business, back in business.
Back in business. It's business per usual. Like it's just dope, man. I love this group so much. I think they're just one of hip hop's beloved groups because they came around during a very, very pivotal time in hip hop. We'll talk about that in a second, but just an incredible duo. You got to check these guys out. If you're not up to speed with this group, this is a very highly talented, very keen on production, on lyricism, on just, you know, business. Yeah. Like this is a group you got to fucks with. Like, pardon my French.
And yes. And with this, just keep in mind that this is the rookie debut that will trailblaze further on to the rest of their albums to where you're like, you actually will listen to it and like, wow, this is their first effort.
That's crazy, huh? Yeah, that's super nuts. So by the way, in this episode, you may hear like cars starting in the background, my dog barking. It's a Saturday morning. So everybody's like up and about. You might hear like the garbage man pulling up.
I like this. I like this approach because now I'm able to have my coffee. This is the first thing First thing we're doing today instead of the last thing that we're doing today. You hear a
lawnmower in the background.
We're on a good one right now.
We're on the streets. We're in the block. We're on the block basically doing this. It's not like Zay and Mark outside or nothing, but you know we're on the block. Reference to NEMS, but. Anyway, we digress. Today we're discussing their debut album, Strictly Business. It was released June 7th, 1988 by Fresh and Sleeping Bag Records. That's a dope record label name. Around the world, and BCM Records in Germany. It peaked at number 80 on the Billboard 200 soon after its release, but yet it earned a gold within 4 months of its release, which is just incredible, a sleeper. It also reached number 1, actually, on the U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums Billboard. The length is 45 minutes and 22 seconds and produced by Epmd themselves. The singles off this album is It's My Thing, I'm Housin', You Gots to Chill, and Strictly Business. This album is, like you said, Mark, just the debut album, and you're like, you almost feel like they've been doing this for years already. And, you know, this is just them getting together. Eric talks about it. He talks about how Parish started off as a DJ artist or a DJ, and he had all the records already. So they had all the samples just from what their parents were listening to, which was a lot of funk.
Yeah.
And that's why we get a lot of funk-infused beats in here, because that was what they were listening to. Oddly enough, though, they're not from the West Coast.
Yeah.
They're not from, what was it? Benton, in LA somewhere.
Yeah.
They're actually in Long Island.
Yeah.
In New York. But that was the confusion, is a lot of people thought they were actually from like LA.
Yeah. And that's what garnered a lot of their audience because of their funk-infused sounds.
Right.
You can honestly mistake them for a West Coast group, but to thetheir benefit, they mixed it up a little bit and went from the atypical James, because everyone was sampling James Brown at the time, which was also like a constant characteristic of all the artists around the time.
Right.
But with them sampling a lot of like George Clinton and
Funkadelics,
Zap, and it's like you find it real appropriate because we'll get into it with a lot of the songs that we're talking about. But
it's interesting how hip hop can do that. Like you can infuse different elements in hip hop, because I've noticed it with, even now they're doing it with country. Some are infusing country into hip hop. Some have infused rock into hip hop.
Yeah.
Some have infused like different genres into hip hop, which is just interesting, because I'm trying to think of like, and some do vice versa. Some try to do it where they bring hip hop into country, or hip hop into, whatever, R&B, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I think it is interesting that this group, being from Long Island, New York, comes out and they have this like new sound. The only other people or group that I could think of that were had anything close to that was NWA.
Yeah.
I mean, you were having some conversations about that and some back and forth on like who did it better. And I think you were more standing on the hill of NWA.
Yeah.
Still about Dr. Dre.
Yeah. And for the audience too, my argument was based on the characteristic of EPMD being attributed as a West Coast act cannot predate the fact that there had to have been successful West Coast acts to basically make the foundation of the argument.
But I will say that EPMD could have still inspired Dr. Dre to run further with it.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Dre could have maybe, started in that lane, maybe tried a different sound and went away from the funk. But instead, Dr. Dre takes it and starts to do G-funk.
Yeah.
So he puts the gangster thing to it, along with others like Ice Cube, DJ Quick, a lot of West Coasters basically, keeping that sound. Even to this day, we kept a lot of the funk sound. But EPMD, I mean, without them, there would be a lot of groups that we wouldn't have. I think you mentioned a few.
You're looking at the idea of the duo rap group.
Yeah.
Now, the duo rap group, we find our MOPs, we find our Mobb Deeps, we find our later detached from the Wu-Tang Clan, your Ghost and Raekwons.
Yeah, Clips. Maybe Outkast even.
Nice and Smooth, Punchline and Wordsworth.
Yeah.
So the whole duo mentality, it's also about finding the people who did it the earliest, but also who were successful off the jump.
Right.
And a lot of people wouldn't have had that, wouldn't have had the idea to even become a duo. I mean, I believe if it wasn't for EPMD, you look at the example that we provide on when we reviewed Masta Ace's A Long Hot Summer, where I say that Masta Ace made hip hop and rhyming look so easy that he basically casts a net of hope to all the people to make it seem like, hey, look, if Ace can do it, I could do it too. He makes it look easy.
That laid back style makes it sound easy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so EPMD, they're in a position where it's like, hey, they're successful, but the fact is that their lyric style is so laid back, very impactful to where everyone can dig it. They cast the net of hope. They inspire people, a lot of people close within New York, to be influenced to them and to make it look like, damn, man, EPMD could do it. They make it look easy. I think I could do it too.
In a way, too, the thing is they were kind of alternative, actually, in hip-hop, because at the time, of everybody else popping off on the radio and stuff, Eric Sermon says that him and Parish were listening to the radio, and they're like, nah, we could do it better. If they're putting these guys on there and they're laid back, we could do it better.
Yeah.
And that's how we got them. But I think, they make it sound so easy, man. And they really do remind me, and I think they can probably attest to this, of Run DMC. I mean, they have sort of that aesthetic. Also Rakim, a lot of Rakim. I feel like they taken that motif of the money thing from Rakim and like ran with it.
The similar characteristics of like Run DMC, it wouldn't just be them as the duo. You're thinking of the trio included with Jam Master Jay, but you also, like you mentioned, infuse the paid in full style of Rakim, and make it even more laid back. And now you have EPMD,
right? And they kept the street aspect to it so close to home, being in this commercial industry. Like they still kept it street, so they were still seen at the time as underground, sort of. Yeah. But like for example, I think at the time LL Cool J like hops on one of their tracks, and so LL Cool J features with them, and this is at a time when LL Cool J was like already kind of like commercial, basically.
Yeah, super young, being signed to Def Jam at 16 years old.
This is before Mama Said Knock You Out, so he jumps with EPMD. They do a track together, like. These artists, they're the guys that they were looking up to as idols started to become rivals with them. That's how good they were. And guys like LL Cool J jumps on with them. And then after that, he comes out with Mama Said Knock You Out and everything. Like he was like, you
get invigorated with like this whole it's almost like a positive infection.
Right. Exactly.
To be successful.
Exactly.
I also want to point out that I like the idea that EPMD puts across with the impression of, the strictly business, Erica Parish making dollars. Yeah. They've always, to me, have felt like they gangsta. You don't think of them like that. No. But you think of them as businessmen. Yeah. But still, like, not wearing street clothes, not wearing like tuxedos or business suits or any of that.
Before the Jay-Z's, before the 50 Cents, like before the business acumen guys.
Yeah, but the beauty of what they did is that, again, you're letting people know you don't have to go this route to be successful. You can depend it can be about the lyrics. It can be about the beats. It can be us harping on the beats, making the beats the forefront of what we're doing, having laid back lyrics so impactful that you still can still want to enjoy it like that. I like that about EPMD because there's they separated themselves from hey, we're not talking a lot about moving weight, making money like that, but we're talking about making money through the music side of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like West Coast, they're talking about just straight up gangsta stuff.
Right.
With EPMD on this side, it's like, man, they really took their own
legitimizing a business, signing other artists.
Yeah, it's like after you come up, what are you gonna do? Like they're like the create a LLC portion of the hip hop portion.
Exactly. And they did end up doing stuff like that. Like they signed DOS Effects, Redman, and K Solo, and some other artists. And I mean, to do that right after your first debut album, dude, they were figuring it out fast.
Yeah, and it's about collecting that money. I mean, you could safely assume to have that kind of trajectory that these guys were. Yeah, and financially literate.
Even today, when you hear them in podcasts and stuff, you can just tell their mindset is on money and business. And you hear Eric Sermon very passionate about that idea. Whenever you talk to him about business, he wants to give you the jewels. Yeah. And he's trying to, I like, how he just, even talks about the ideas of hip hop and just how. Because they always ask these artists that come from the golden era, what do you think about trap? What do you think about, these today's artists? Do you like what they're doing? It's a popular question, that they always give to the patriarchs, and it's always interesting to hear their answers. Yeah. But I think the right answer is that, no, let them be them. They're young, but they do give a little piece of advice and tell and try to share the knowledge of own your own music, own your masters, watch, be careful what you're signing, what you're getting into.
We've seen hip hop going on 50 years of it. We've seen the best and the worst of it when it comes to financial pursuits. Right. We've seen artists that are doing albums just for the money. Mm-hmm. We've seen artists that just do it for the love of it. Granted, you don't get to do it for the love of it without the financial stuff first. So we're not disassociating those, but it's it's a byproduct of being artistically minded, you know, and to where you want to be that kind of artist where you're so financially successful that all you need to do is depend on the artistry to keep putting it over. You don't want to be this artist that's, you know, financially well off, but it's like your accountant's kind of sweating you to where you're like, oh no, you got to make something happen. If
Right,
not,
exactly.
so
There's a
then
lot of
you're
pressure.
prompted by trying to make an album and just trying to get it across. So from the first 3 releases of EPMD, you do not feel like they're sweating cash at all. You could tell that it's just straight up about the artistry. And that's a good position to be in when you're a rapper, when you're an artist, you know, it's about the expression. You don't got to worry about what bill's coming up or any of that, you know, focus on the music and everything comes as a byproduct of that.
Yes, man. That's right. There's the key. Style wise, I like the fact that, Eric Sermon has a lisp. You know, you think that would be like your one like weakness, you know, is that you have a lisp, but he turns it into a strength, which is dope, and actually makes having a lisp cool. Which, you know, comes later when you have other artists like Mace, 50 Cent, you mentioned Necro, you know, other artists that, you know, can now like, hey, Eric Sermon did it, you know, and I like his style and his approach because they still kept it like real in the sense of like, this is who they are. They kept it street. Eric Sermon is just such a master producer. Like later on, we start hearing him work with so much other artists, even R&B artists.
Oh
like
yeah.
He starts producing beats and everything for like everybody in hip hop, which is dope. And Parish coming from being this DJ to this masterful lyricist, and like really stepping into his own, it's a cool story, you know, how this group formed from being just, I don't know how old it was, like high school friends or so. And became from that. And like, they
started early. They did mention that there's this, when Suck MC, the Run DMC, single came out, that I remember, I think it was like 8th grade. They said 8th grade. They drove and actually ended up going to like Manhattan to go and buy the single.
Damn.
So it's like they were about the music.
What do you feel is like their style? Do you liken it to anybody? Is there anybody that you kind of hear out of it, or is it unique to you, or what do you think about it?
The laid back style you can always attribute to I can always attribute to Guru, to Jizza, to people like that, because when people rap like that, they want the imagery, they want the vivid scenery that they paint with the lyrics that they talk about, because with a lot of space that you have with your lyrics, you'd want to paint a picture like that. And with these guys, they're a duo, but they sounded consistent, equally as lyrically sound. Both of them are like honestly equal, and that's nothing taken from them.
Nope.
It's just, damn, they're really, really good.
Yeah, like a DOS Effects. DOS Effects are kind of similar, but they're slightly different.
Yes.
Clips, kind of similar, slightly different.
And one thing that we don't even factor in a lot with this, with That's Hip Hop, but this is something that when I was writing stuff out for the show notes, I would love to hear them live.
Yeah,
you know,
them
like
live.
Killer. I would like people in the comments, if you guys heard EPMD on Catch Rec live, you know, let us know too. Let us know how that was, because you think about, again, like I mentioned, you have these amazing beats, you have these laid back lyrics, but this is the best part about doing laid back lyrics, and this is stuff that when I would do a live show, this is the best part. Because you get to amp everything up.
Right.
You have enough space. You have enough breath control, because your easygoing beat, your easygoing lyrics were already done live. Were already done in studio, but you were chilling. Mm-hmm. You know, but when you do it live, the beat's already there, and you get to amp everything up. With these guys, bro, it's what do you like? What are you gonna expect besides the best show you've ever seen in your life?
Right.
You know, like
I was gonna say recently, Nas featured EPMD on his one of his newest albums with Eminem featuring on that. But EPMD featured on that not knowing Eminem was going to be on that, so Eric Sermon talks about this. He said that he goes, if I had known Eminem was going to be on that, I would have people get it twisted. They think like, oh, I'm just a producer and stuff. Like, nah, like I could get down. And he starts going into a verse mid podcast. He starts going into a verse, like, just talking about like how he started.
EPMD needs their own podcast to where they're like, they bring on the people that they've influenced, like one by one, like all their features, one by one, like all their, like that they talk about, because Eric Sermon, like hearing him energetic with his voice that he's always done his songs with, you're like, damn, like
he reminds me of MF Doom a bit, like even MF Doom's sound, just laid back, lisp a little bit, kind of like the little twang there.
But even with live interviews, he puts it on a little, like when he gets energetic.
Yeah, when he gets energetic. So talking about the album cover, what do you? Let me describe it for those who are listening. EPMD in the center top. It's both Eric Sermon and Parish Smith sitting in the studio. There's all the equipment lit up behind them. You see the very old school computer monitors, like small.
Kind of looks like monitors. Our setup.
Exactly, kind of looks like our setup. In fact, we're just like
looks like. Let's do the pose.
Just like, but yeah, it's just them two chilling. And what do you think about it?
So, it looks like this is a point of view on the album to where like you're running late to their studio session. Oh, you finally showed up, huh?
Dude, that would be so whack. If you disappointed them.
Running late to EPMD. EPMD decided to give you time, and you're running late to the studio session. They have monitors all on, machines, everything's whirring, like everything's on, and they're just like, man, come on.
All business minded.
The one thing you could say about the cross arms is that generally is, with how it looks with physical signals, you either look displeased or focused.
Right.
So in this instance, you're just looking at gentlemen that are focused, because it's just, there's nothing to sense off that they're displeased, because if they're just strictly business, the one thing that you could take from that phrase is focused. I'll always
the colors too pop to you. I don't know, that blue and green.
Yeah, and then
yellow kind of pops.
Everything's consistent center line as well. Yeah. Like, so from EPMD, right between the E, the P and the M, it goes straight down to strictly business, straight down the line.
Yeah.
I've always thought that the business phrase going throughout their whole albums was always charming, because it's like, oh, like, you're keeping your fan base focused on money. You're keeping your fan base focused on like, hey, look, you can do it too. That's what it's like an after the fact thing that you've realized about these guys. It's like, no, they want you to be successful too, if you follow their path on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, classic cover. I mean, with both of them just being themselves, like
both wearing the same thing too.
Oh yeah, actually I didn't notice that. Yeah, they're both wearing the same thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of who was those two young kids, like the Cross.
Crisscross. Yeah.
How they're very similar. They're almost like twins in a sense. You know? So very, very cool album cover. We choose 3 tracks. This is part of the show. Our format is, and people always ask, "Oh, I thought you guys were going to play the music and just react to everything."
I thought you guys were going to play the music and have it locked out, have your video taken down. Yeah.
We do a little bit more, if you can appreciate this, what we do is we talk about the artist, their impact, their style. We talk about the album cover. We go into the tracks, into the lyrics, and we just, kind of just break it down. That's our format of the show. If you don't like it, too bad. That's just how we've been doing it already by now. So we are choosing 3 tracks off of the album. The first track we're going to go with is going to be Strictly Business.
Yeah.
Second track we're going to go with, gots to be You Gots to Chill. It has to be. And then the third one we went with, it was a tough one, but it's my thing. And honorable mention for You're a Customer. I think that was also a very...
Oh, yeah, and the Steve Martin's funny, too.
Yeah,
Steve Martin's funny.
The Steve Martin, that was also pretty funny. So going into Strictly Business, that's going to be our first track.
Yeah.
Sampled the title track, as well. Sampled with, what was that you were going to
I shot the sheriff.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, I think that they have a really good ear for sampling, like, you know, the just for dope sampling. You know, I want to say that I feel like whoever it was that sampled it, I know for sure Parish is the one that had all the records. Eric Sermon says, and together this is more of a collab between the two. I know Eric Sermon's more the one that became the producer ultimately, but this is more of a collaborative effort between both of them. And I think it's dope, man. They came up with their own stuff that they rapped on. Like, that's sick.
And it's a miracle that, well, I'd say it's very peculiar that you have two people that ended up meeting as friends. One of them in their last name has Parish, and the other one has Sermon.
Yeah.
It is, you don't get that. These
Sermon,
are like their legit names.
This is their legit. That's the thing too. That's a good point. Is other MCs at the time were doing aliases, you know, or switching it up. Not really like their straight up name. Yeah. You know, these cats were very early in doing that. Straight up, this is just my name. Yeah. You know, that was dope also. Okay, we're going into the intro. Shot the sheriff.
Don't get too close because you might get shot. And off the jump,
shot the sheriff.
Try to answer to the master of the MC rap. God is no joke on the lyric. It's hard to be modest. I knew I was the man with the master plan to make you wiggle and jiggle like gelatin.
So right away you hear Rakim in there.
Bro, that pace is literally, I didn't even speed it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So off the jump, you already get this description of just things that they have the space to play. They have the space to play, and this is going to be the key characteristic to EPMD is that they got room to play. They have these laid-back beats, laid-back lyrics. Just think of what I sink into the brain structure. Don't sleep on the E. You see something might rupture. It don't take time for me to blow your mind. Take a second to wreck it because you're dumb and blind. So just lounge because you're an MC clown. Go join the circus. EPMD's in town.
And we're here. We are here.
There's nothing significantly really lyrical with that, but the description's there, the attitude. The fact is that like the
laid back attitude.
The rap style of like, dude, I'm glad you're here, but I'm here rapping. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, we're in town now. Parish Smith, total chaos, no mass confusion. Rhyme so hypnotizing, known to cause an illusion. Like a magician who pulls a rabbit out a hat. Son, I pull them all like a .44 Magnum. MCs freeze, stop, look, and listen, and try to imagine. It's traveling the speed of light, but everything's motion. It's frightening, plus the thought you alone. You now enter a dimension called the Twilight Zone.
Yes.
You're terrified, plus you can't bear the thought. You and I, one-on-one, in the land of the lost. You start to shiver, but then you scream, my friend, yo, wake up, Muttley, because you're dreaming again. But next time I'm on the scene, do not try to diss us. Keep your mouth shut, sucker duck, because I'm the strictly business.
So this is 88, and now you're getting references to 60s show, The Twilight Zone, The Land of the Lost.
Is this the first reference to Twilight Zone, or is there one before that?
It might be Long Live the Cane, because remember he mentions the Twilight Zone as well. So Long Live the Cane may be 80. Well, Long Live the Cane's 88
as well.
So both of them kind of are at the time where they did mention that.
Interesting.
Just goes to show how cool the show is.
Yeah, that show is dope.
The Land of the Lost, another show as well that's gotten rebooted a couple of times already. Yo, wake up, Muttley. Muttley is from the Wacky Races. So Dick Dastardly, his dog is called Muttley. So it's from the show Wacky Races, and then they end up getting their own spinoff called Dastardly and Muttley in the Dream Machine or something like that. Oh, in their Flying Machine. Dastardly and Muttley in the Flying Machine.
Interesting.
So you have these gentlemen that are rapping, giving you great references, painting a picture for the people that are listening in.
Yeah.
So,
and then we go into the hook. Shot the sheriff.
This is the rap season where the E starts pleasing girls around the world. No need to be skeezing. When I roll, I stroll, cool, always pack a tool just in case a brother acts a fool. I've got the energy to put the girls in a frenzy.
Okay, stop right there. I heard something about Eric Sermon, like smash Wendy Williams. Have you heard that? Have you heard that?
Was it someone?
That was
no, it was Madonna.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one, but for sure Wendy Williams is one of them too.
Damn.
Madonna?
Yeah, one of them smashed Madonna. Well, yeah, I think it was Parish. Parish did. Really? Yeah, because she mentioned it like, dude, Madonna like gave all her laundry list and mentioned Parish from EPMD.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So.
But the Wendy Williams ones is funny because he was just like, man, I was trying to keep it cool, man. I was like trying to keep it a buck, and then she goes and like throws me under the bus and stuff. I'm like, damn, dude.
Oh, she put the business out there.
I think she somehow threw him under the bus. I don't know how, but he was just like, yeah, she tried to like use my name. I don't know if it was for popularity or fame or whatever, but yeah, he was just like perplexed about it. He was just like, I don't know, man.
Dang, man, you can't even. That's a whole different podcast.
Put it in shock when I rock. Give it up. I'm not stingy. Make sure I don't bore when I'm on the dance floor. Get busy, boy. Like you never saw before. Rhyme flow, good to go. That reminded me of you. You always say this is something's good to go. Yeah. After the show, I'll pull your hoe, boy. Yo, you snip blow? Hell no. I like the fact that, again, staying away from drugs, keeping focused. I got my whole life ahead of me. No time to be sniffing. And my parents find out and they start ripping.
This is the time where it's all like, man, if my parents found out too, man. Like it's humbling.
That's funny. Yeah,
it's humbling to like, it's a gentleman that's sincerely honest about the fact like, hey bro, I don't do it personally. And if my parents found out, they'll start riffing.
So I stay A-OK because I'm the E, the R-I-C-K.
Parish.
All right. Like it.
MCs look me in the face with the eye, and then the eyes get weak. Pulse rate descends, heart rate increases. It's like beat me up, Scotty. I control your body. I'm as deadly as AIDS when it's time to rock a party.
Oh, great reference to Star Trek. Yeah, that's the OG Star Trek.
So then you have the syllables. You have the syllables amping up a little bit when it comes to I control. Beat me up, Scotty. I control your body. I'm as deadly as AIDS when it's time to rock a party. Everything's spaced out right. Everything hits consistently on that. Yep. With all due respect, when I say mic check, I let a sucker slide once, then I break his neck. So when I say jump, you reply, how high? Because I'm taking no prisoners, so don't play hero and die. You're just a soldier, and I'm a Green Beret. So the Green Berets, the Army, basically the top tier of the Army there. I don't think twice about the MCs I slay. So if you want a battle, I highly recommend this. Bring your dog, mom, and dad, because I'm strictly business. So he's like, bring everybody. Bring your dog, bring your mom, your dad, because I'm strictly business.
That's very cannabis-esque, like, you want a battle? Well, bring your mom, your dom, Farrakhan, your dad, your mom. Take them all of them all. I'm taking them all, Deshaun, and yeah. I shot the sheriff. I even like the hook because it relates to like, they shot the sheriff. So they're like taking out, whoever, like they're outlaws taking out, whoever.
And one thing to point out about EPMD is that they're rarely going to do a chorus. Mm-hmm. It's always about the breakbeat for them.
Oh yeah, true. Yep, true.
I find that,
and it works. It works
to focus more on. I'm the same way. Yeah. Like I don't really like doing choruses and songs and stuff. I just like doing my verses.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be like chorus centered. It's hard. We gave a lot of props to Ludacris for that.
Dude, give a lot of props to 50 too, dude. 50, his chorus is underrated.
Yeah. So there's props to be given for those who can do that.
But in this aspect with EPMD is that they're letting the lyrics flow. They're letting the lyrics flow in the verses that they have. Yep. And they're highlighting the samples provided.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yo. You're still picking on that 4-leaf clover. Yeah. So
for luck.
How lucky you trying to get? Yo, you're still picking on that 4-leaf clover? Bring in the Sandman, sucker, because it's over. My name is Eric Sermon, and I'm back again. First album, he's already back. I see
he's back again.
I see the head still turning on my so-called friends. They see the smile in my face. Behind my back, they talk trash, mad and stuff because they don't have cash. Like the E-double or the PMD. He drives a Corvette. I drive a Samurai Suzuki. I'm a locksmith with the key to fame. I like that. I like that.
Sick.
never high on myself, always stay the same. So kind of it could be an Easter egg to his style. It's like he's never high, like in terms of the how fast his lyricism goes. How like no, he's always
right
laid
in
back.
pocket, right in pocket.
Always stay the same. Play a lot because I'm hot. Like a horse, I trot around the track and back. Fatigued, no, I'm not.
Like a horse, just trotting around.
When a horse is hot to trot, that means he's good to go. Like he's trying to find something.
There you go with good to go. See, told you guys. Told you he says that. But yeah, Parish Smith. Well, I'm the mellow, the fellow, the one who likes to say hello to a fly girl that's good to go with the slow tempo and offbeat rhyme flow. Cause when I'm in action, there's no time for maxing or relaxing, just reacting and subtracting. On a sucker MC who mouth keeps on yapping and flapping. I lose my cool, then I'll start slapping and smacking. You want to roll? Then I'll start jacking and capping. No time to lounge, I'm packing and strapping. Look at that, packing and strapping, jacking and capping, slapping and smacking, yapping and flapping, reacting, subtracting, maxing and relax. Dude, he's going in right here. No time to lounge, packing and strapping. At my point of attack, I soar at you like an eagle. I'm the sheriff, and biting is illegal. So next time in town, I'll highly recommend this. You got to chill because I'm strictly business. Great compliment to Eric Sermon, and Eric Sermon, likewise, great compliment to Parish Smith.
You get taken back with, they're just a good listen.
Yeah.
They're just a good listen. This is the first track that you end up hearing as soon as you buy this album.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, like,
and a good Easter egg into the "You Gots to Chill" too.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the sample that they're gonna use for that. We a lot of people need to chill these days, and like this is a great
opportunity.
2024.
This is a great
a lot of people, a lot of people need to play this album and chill the hell out.
Message
like. You got to chill. Well, hey, we have to say it like that sometimes, bro. There's people acting out
for cancel culture. Like you got to chill is like one of the messages.
Anything, it's like you got to chill.
2020, when everybody was going crazy over the pandemic, you got to chill.
Yeah, it's like, good Lord, like political opinions. You got to chill. Like we got to have that on the soundboard, man. Like there's sometimes where it's just like,
okay, I'll try to put that on the soundboard.
But it's I'm glad that there wasn't I'm glad that this is paying dividends for them now because I'm like, there's times where like my supervisor, like I have EPMD, You Gots to Chill on ready to play.
For your supervisor.
Hey, like he's all telling me like a bunch of stuff, and I'm just like,
dude, you're gonna get fired, bro.
You got to chill.
That's funny. Dude.
But yeah, it's cool to have a song that ends up paying dividends off later because there's times where it's like, dude, you want to use that. You got to chill.
Yeah. Even Eminem references that track, but he goes. He flipped it. He was like, I got the white boy got no chill or something like that. And he starts going off like crazy, at the end of it. But this is one of those iconic, memorable tracks from EPMD. Like when you refer to them, it's always business or you got to chill. Like it's, that's in there.
It's an impressive point to bring up where one of your most impactful songs comes off of your debut album. It's something to be said of like, dang, like the bar set here.
Right.
And like, you're going to find songs along EPMD's track listing that are right there all the time. So it's cool to have it just like
the
this.
beat is hot too. The beat is so
the Jungle Boogie
funky.
sample.
Yeah. Very funky. It's just the perfect blend mix, dude. It's a perfect blend.
Yeah, especially when the breakbeat comes in. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. This is going to be the one example that we're going to use where it's like, dude, you didn't even need a chorus. You didn't need a chorus at all.
This one could just go on and on and on and on. Like, this is one of those. Eric Sermon, verse 1, relax your mind and let your conscience be free. And get down to the sound of EPMD. Well, you should keep quiet while the MCs rap, But if you're tired, then go ahead, take a nap. Or stay awake and watch the show I tape, because right now I'm about to shake and bake. It's the E-R-I-C-K is my name I spell. That's to the clientele, yo. I rock well. Oh, man. I'm not, that's a memorable, that's a sample right there.
Yeah.
To my clientele, yo, I rock well.
Yeah. So this goes to Nas's It Ain't Hard to Tell. He uses a lot of this where he's all like, my vocabulary spills, vocabulary spills, I'm ill.
Yeah.
And he mentions clientele a lot too.
Even he goes like the funky bars that are split or something like that, whatever he says like that. I mean, that could also, I could see that because I think Parish mentioned something about their funky way they throw bars and all that.
Exactly.
Crazy. But that line is dope, man. Thanks to my clientele, yo, I rock well. Like even if you think in the drug sense, like rock well, clientele. That's crazy. I'm not an MC who's talking all that junk about who can beat who, sounding like a punk. I just get down and I go for mine. Say check 1, 2. And run down the line. Run down the line. God damn.
So I like the first couple of bars with this because when people mention like it goes to the average MC, I'm known as the Terminator, funky beat maker, New Jack exterminator. Not a lot of people were mentioning the first Terminator movie.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Because it's more of like a sci-fi slasher, then it becomes this more action-packed one in the second one.
Right.
It's cool that you have Parish mentioning a lot of cultural like
movie references.
Yeah, cultural examples.
And even TV series and stuff.
So he's known to the average MC, I'm known as the Terminator, funky beat maker, New Jack exterminator. So maybe a thing to the is this going to be a play onto the New Jack swing?
And New Jack is also slang for like newbie.
Yeah, true.
You know, basically, like
could be that. To destroy and deploy when your rhymes are now void. Destroying a ploy when your rhymes are now void. Never sweating your girl. Why?
Can you imagine that though? Just like your rhymes being void. That's how of a sucker
the whole
MC
verse just stamped void,
null and void. That's just like damn, dude. Destroying people.
The rhymes you cast a check with.
Yeah, void. They have no weight. Never sweating your girl YP because she's a schizoid. When I'm on the scene, I always rock the spot. I grab the steel with the crown on top. In the beginning, I like to let my rhymes flow. And at 12, I press cruise control. Sit back and relax. Let the rhymes tax. Oh, man. Maintain MCs while they double E's max. Always calm under pressure. No need to act ill. Listen when I tell you, boy, you got to chill. Man. Hook. Yeah, you got to chill. Dog. Can't even do like dog. Like the sample to that. Yeah. It's just like it just keeps you grooving the whole time.
This is Eric Sermon getting a little scientific on us, touching some lyrical scientific rap. I be the personal computer information on rap. Like the BIZ Marquis says, I'll make your toes tap. So I'll be the personal computer. So before even computers were just called computers, they were called the personal computer.
That's right,
because
dude.
Computers were so large that they were mainly made like for institutions.
That's crazy. I forgot about that.
I'd be like the personal computer information on rap, like the BIZ Marquis says, I'll make your toes tap. I format the rhymes step by step, make them sound deaf to maintain my rep, prepared to come off in case of a diss, not worried about a thing, because we can do this. I could turn the party out just by standing still, make the ladies scream and shout while the brothers act ill, take total control of your body and soul, pack a 9 in my pants for when it's time to roll.
Damn.
Big and like nice, impactful verse there.
The last couple of artists that we've covered, they mentioned Biz Markie a lot, man. Just how influential he was at the time for a lot of these early guys. And it's crazy because just, how much he's mentioned as a very influential figure early on. I can't wait till one of these days that we cover Biz Markie.
Yeah.
Because that dude, I feel like he's very interesting. Like he's like kind of the first, I don't know if I'm wrong on this, but maybe one of the first MCs that brought humor into it. Mm-hmm. And even just, experimenting with even trying to sing and rap and all of that, man, just a combination of it.
Yeah.
Also part of the Juice Crew as well, which is legendary. So I just can't wait till we get into that.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Parish Smith with the fourth verse. I'm the P-double-E-M-D-E-E. And one thing I hate is the biting MC. When I enter the party, suckers always form a line. Then they ease their way up and try to bite my lines. One of the things I wanted to mention was EPMD was originally, what was it, double EPMD?
Exactly how he spelled it. So this is the
P-double-E.
Yeah, they were going to end up calling it EP and then with several E's.
Yeah. Which is, that would have been a long name. Imagine trying to say that.
EPMD. So the way he spelled it out was actually how they were going to have it, but then they simplified it.
Yeah, which was a good move. I think it was smart to do that. I did thousands of shows, dissed many faces, and deal with new jacks on a one-on-one basis. But every now and then, a sucker MC gets courageous, and like an epidemic, it becomes contagious. But never the least, they all RIP. For all those unaware, it means rest in peace, because MD stands for microphone doctor. I like how they change it and play with that. And the capital P, capital P, capital M, there's a sound effect. Capital D-E-E's, no doubt, the chef rocker. Don't like to get ill, but I kill. So believe me, boy, you got to chill.
Then Eric comes back. Catch every word I'm saying. No, there's no delaying. Don't hesitate to motivate the crowd. I'm not playing. Seeing is believing. You catch my drift. Don't try to adapt because I'm just too swift. How swift? I'm so swift that's an actual fact. I'm like Zorro. I'll mark an E on your back. So Zorro's going to be
fat E. I like in the music video, they actually show him too. Like somebody's back with a big old E on the back.
I don't swing on no ropes or no iron cords. The only weapon is my rapping sword.
Parish. Intimidate MCs with the tone of my vocal throne when I'm pushing on the microphone, because I'm the funky rhyme maker, MC Undertaker, the one who likes to max and relax. And when it's time, issue dig 'em smacks. I keep them hands clapping, fingers snapping, feet tapping. When it's time to roll, Uzi Patrol is packing. PMD, the mic's the only friend. And thought the course of the party, I kill again and again. And so if you're thinking about battling, you better come prepared. Come with your shield and your armor geared.
You got to chill.
Man, I love that.
35 years later, people still need to chill.
Exactly. Yeah. And followed up with that, It's My Thing. I do want to say before we get into that, honorable mention for You're a Customer. I really like that track a lot. That's actually interesting enough. That's actually the track that got them in a little bit of a dispute with Rakim. Rakim took that as a diss.
Oh yeah.
I think it had to do with Rakim originally saying you could get smacked for this or something like that.
Yeah, I ain't no joke. Yeah.
And so in this song or track, You're a Customer, they said something about smack, but I'll smack you back and do something like that. And so Rakim took that the wrong way, and they started having this little beef. And the funny thing is, to them, that was like their idol. That's like
the
who
crazy
they wanted
part,
to be like, and he catches him and he's like, why you stressing me? Why you stressing me? And Parish is like, I didn't even know what that meant at the time. He was like, I have no idea what that meant. And he's like, why you stressing me, B? Why you stressing me? Just picture getting caught up in the elevator or something, and just
because even at this time, Rakim's only 20 years old. He's
crazy.
So it's like
misunderstanding, the biggest misunderstanding.
Like the hottest rapper at the time right now is only 20 years old. Like, why are you stressing me? You can't even have a drink yet.
Yeah, dude. So just super dope.
Use the restroom real quick.
Oh, for sure.
You able to cut it and edit it in?
Sure. Just a little harder on my work, but it's all good. Is that what you choose to do? Okay, so now we're going to do It's My Thing, which is a dope track for multiple reasons, because not only is the concept dope, but the beat itself, actually could be used because it's more of like a breakdown type of beat. Like a lot of dancers can pop to it. So there's that aspect. The concept itself is dope because It's My Thing can not only mean emceeing, but it could be dancing. It could be, doing graffiti, whatever, like it could be your job, whatever it is, that's your thing, like skating, whatever.
Yeah.
This song could be for you. So that's dope.
It's multifaceted in the fact that like you can use it for a multitude of things, even beyond hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm thinking about it as like it'd work well in like a highlight reel for sports.
Yep, exactly. The BPMs are just on a nice sweet spot here too. It's just a nice groove, up tempo beat that gets you going. So it's a nice track. PMD starts us off. Yeah, time to put it down, E. Time to put it down, E. EPMD, Millennium Ducats, DEFCON 9, 2Gs. Yeah. Yeah, like it's this, y'all. It's like that, y'all. It's like this, y'all. It's like that, y'all. I like that. The fact that he kind of goes into this call. MCs out there, you better stand clear. EPMD is a world premiere. From New York, straight talk, America's best. Cold Wild, Long Island is where we rest.
Yeah, style of rap makes your hands clap. Taking care of myself because the lines are strapped. Day mean business, no time for play. If you buy the line, we'll roll your way. The more you bite, your body gets hot. Don't get too close, cause you might get shot. Gnawing at my rhyme like a poisonous rat. Don't play dumb, boy. You're smarter than that. And you notice that there's barely any cursing.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that actually.
There's barely any cursing, and it's you realize it, but then it's like the lyrics don't even the lyrics are at the forefront of it much so that you don't like, oh, there's not even any cursing. You barely realize it like deep into their album.
That's true. That's very true. PMD, the rhythmic style keeps the rhyme flowing. Good friends already biting without you knowing. Can't understand why your body's getting weaker. Then you realize it's the voice from the speaker. The mind becomes delirious. Situation serious. Don't get ill. Go and get curious.
Enough about that. Let's get on to something better. And if that gets warm, then take off the hot sweater. If you want some water, I'll go get you a cup. And if you don't want it, then burn the hell up. I'm telling you now, boy, you ain't Jack talking too much junk like Mr. T has your back. Damn. So around this time, we had Mr. T coming fresh off the A-Team. Clubber Lang, him always just looking like it's this imposing figure. And I think around this time too, if I'm not mistaken, 88, 89, this is where he does the WrestleMania match with him against Roddy Piper in a boxing match. So that's pretty cool to put him there.
Before the Rocks, before like figures that are like you're very strong like that, there was Mr. T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Mr. T was one of those figures like that. And it's like, of course, dude, if you had Mr. T behind your back,
I'll be running my yap.
Or if Mike Tyson was behind your back, like, of course, dude.
Talking much junk like Mr. T has your back, but he's not. So don't act cute, because if you do, you in hot pursuit. You in hot pursuit.
It's my thing. As the song goes on, you'll notice a change. The way I throw down, the way I say my name. The mic that I'm packing, it's flame resistant. So MC, be cool and keep your distance. When I walk into the party, girls are screaming at me. I park my mic on the holst and then I yell, freeze, music, please.
I park my mic. Oh, so his actual holster.
Yeah, like he has a holster for the mic. That's a pretty dope bar right there. It's a pretty sick one.
Imagine your first bar would be like
if it was a gun.
No, I was talking about for Eric Sermon's next verse. He's like, where was I? Oh, yes.
That is sick.
Where was I? Oh, so yes.
Yeah, that's why I said Eric Sermon reminds me so much of MF Doom. Just those little things like that, dude, that are so just so caught up in the moment. Like
you don't want it this is a rhyme that you never want to write down. This is one of those more out loud thinking kind of rhymes where you're just like, oh, where was I? Oh, yes.
It reminds me of Five Dogs, microphone check 1 2. What is this? He just it's so dope. Man.
Yeah, because around this time you don't want to be the MC who's trying to who seems dumbfounded.
Yeah, but you're so good, you can do that.
Yeah.
Like Eminem when he goes, "Are we recording?" Like like it's so good, you can do that. Like
where in with this particular bar, it seems like he's just a storyteller. Like he lost his place in this grand novel or something.
Exactly.
Where was I? Oh yes, say a deaf rhyme, then I plumb the rest. Every time I rock a rhyme, I could tell you that you like it. Emotion strong like the mind of a psychic. The mind is weary, floating like a dove, sweating a thing like if you was making love. Control the crowd so they can accept it. Total concentration is the perfect method.
It's my thing.
This is great back and forth too, because now with them going back and forth with short bars,
they're just going back to like a tag team, dude.
Yeah, and that's where the breakbeat is going to
work
play
to their benefit.
Yeah, and it actually is so involved it gets complemented. With the song as a whole.
Boom, 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 boom. The whack I subtract, the strong I attack. The ones who grab the mic and freeze, I throw it back. I perfect and eject, make the MC sweat. Take them off of the mic and then tell them to step. Not waiting or debating because the MCs keep hating. Play me too close like two dogs mating.
Big old nice visual there too, because that's way too close.
Shout out to Puppy Love, man.
Now let's get on with the rest of the lesson. Don't really like it when suckers start messing. And throughout a lot of EPMD's songs, this is the constant battle between the Biden MC. This is the constant battle between the sucker MC.
Right.
And it's funny how they kind of play along to where this goes on to them going to get the sucker MC single. So this has always been a constant attack. Trying to make a scene, talking very loud, talking much junk to attract a crowd. You say you want a battle, your first mistake. You get quiet and stuff like you was at a wake.
It reminds me of Pool Hall Junkies. It's quiet as a church in here.
Yeah.
You guys were loud as Apollo. Now it's quiet as a church.
In the beginning, you knew you wasn't winning. Now you feel ashamed. Your head starts bending. Kind of upset, boy. I understand. You lost again. I won. God damn.
Boom, boom, boom. Back to PMD. My funky fresh lyrics put you in the spirit. I speak a little louder for you suckers can't hear it. The rhymes I design are right on time. In the crowd on the mic, I flash a danger sign. Because I'm the thriller of Manila. MC cold killer. Drink Budweiser. Cannot stand Miller. MC's cold clocking till the party's through. Then they tap me on my shoulder and say, this Bud's for you.
Nice little advertisement for Bud.
Yeah, he likes Budweiser, but not the Miller.
Not Miller.
Budweiser's
nice little slogan, like this Bud's for you. This has always been their catch.
Imagine that too. The beer advertisements could have caught them and be like, "Oh, use this track even for a commercial." It could have easily. I don't know if it was or not, but it could have easily transitioned into something like that. Very commercial, but yet street still.
To be a real MC, you can't be obedient. To be smooth is the main ingredient. You got to be silky like a Milky Way. So double play into the Milky Way bar, double play into the Milky Way galaxy, looking like the Milky Way.
Yeah.
To be able to make it work, you rest and play. I control the pace at the rate the rhyme's going. Hydraulically jacked is the way they're flowing. Smooth. Suspensions suspensions very deliberate with hydraulics. Slow, yes. Just like they're odd. The comparison is wave like the motion of water. Smooth, yep. Describing hydraulics.
Yeah, exactly. That doom, 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 doom. Like you can picture
Good visual cue there.
Yeah. While the record is spinning, got you fly girl grinning. MD on the mic, you know I'm only the beginning. Rhymes fresher than fresh, never heard me fess. Score 110 on my MC test. Ooh,
yeah, you even got the bonus points.
My rhymes are strong like Tyson, strong than Tyson. Hold the MC license. When I grab the mic, MCs get frightened. Oh, dude, they're just like these little packets of bars, dude.
And going back and forth too, you have to feel that the what are you gonna write? Okay, you're gonna write like this. Right. Okay, cool. I'll go like that. So this is supreme building, and it's actually intensified because it's not only just a duo going back and forth. The back and forth is kind of cut in half because you do 8 bars, I do 8 bars.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, how can I play off of what you got a lot more?
What duo is doing that at that time too? I'm trying to picture a duo doing a back and forth like this. I don't even know if a duo was doing that like that at that time.
There's going to be a few Run DMC songs that do that, but it's just, you only can name a very select few. And the few that you're going to mention, like the Run DMC example right now, is just they're the top tier. You're thinking top tier. Yeah. And off the debut jump, man.
So Eric Sermon, I'm dangerous. I need a cross and bones. Go ahead, Mark.
Lounge homeboy, because you in the danger zone. So peace to Big L ends up using the danger zone a lot too.
Oh yeah, that's a reference to like the street and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and then they can even say peace to Kenny Loggins on that one too. 88, I think Top Gun gets released before this. So lounge homeboy, you in the danger zone. What I mean by lounge, I don't mean biting, huh? You mess around and we'll be fighting. It's all right if you bite, but don't recite because the rhymes are mine and that ain't right. But until just chill to the next episode, Donald J, yo, release the code. I gotta see what that means. Hold on.
Even just the phrase "the next episode" is something like later on Dre would have on the Chronic 2000.
Oh yeah, this is okay.
Oh, you're looking at Donald
J. So this is a Trump reference to his book, The Art of the Deal.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they have it. They have. We're gonna quote Genius on this one, but it says, per the quote,
because Donald J. Trump. It is.
Yes.
Yeah,
So this record came out in 1987, which is the same year as the best-selling The Art of the Deal came out from a certain Donald J. Trump. The interesting thing to note here is that while I have no idea whether the members of EPMD read the book, there's an inherent note here that Trump is associated with success.
So let's go into politics now, Mark. Who did you vote for? Did you vote for it? No, just kidding.
What are your views on this political climate that we're dealing with? After one bar, see,
that's politics.
This is
that's
sparking conversation. Donald J, yo, release the code. So I'm thinking because of the fact that The Art of the Deal gets released around this time, they're kind of familiar with it. They're in Long Island. You have the Trump building there already.
That's true. Yeah.
But true. You also have them in the mindset of business
acumen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So it's kind of playing into that. And you know what, man? Peace to these guys for having a great back and forth kind of song, for the break beats and for the actual bass, the doom.
It's nothing better, dude. It's nothing better.
Yeah, out there.
Tell me if you're like a hip hop dancer, you're not feeling that. Like that groove like that gets you. You have to move.
You find a routine with that for sure.
For sure. There's different things you could do on something like that. I love that. I love everything about this track, everything about this album, everything about these two guys. Like it's just a perfect storm of just greatness, of two intelligent artists who are navigating the music industry, which isn't an easy thing to do,
especially in '88.
Yeah, and so crucial. Like I can't stress how crucial of a period it was during that. 88 to 1992, like that little period right there. Like it was a time when hip hop wasn't really taken seriously yet,
and the talent was at capacity. So it's one thing to be a rap group in the late 80s, but how are you going to stand out?
Yep.
Because you have Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Slick Rick,
KRS-One,
Run DMC,
LL.
Like you have a lot of
Cool
people.
G.
Like you have these people that you have to be on par with.
Yeah.
And it was so difficult to get a deal then.
Yeah.
So it's like this isn't easy going as like, just get one viral song off the ground and we'll figure the rest of this out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're right about that. Very difficult then. Compared to now. Nowadays, you can do a Bandcamp or a SoundCloud or something, but it was difficult.
It's about you, and it's about these gentlemen not only being successful on the microphone, but collecting the samples.
Collecting the samples.
Getting the studio time to do this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things when we talk about these rappers from this particular area, how difficult it was. We'll always come back to it, but we only do that to help you paint a picture of what was going on.
They had to cultivate those beats. Like, that's very
the amount of difficulty that you had to overcome back then to even be successful just shows you how talented these gentlemen were. Because it's great, you're a fantastic rapper. fantastic rappers like on the street or whatever, but put that to wax, but put that to a business mindset. Possibly even take a loan out, sign a deal, and then be good live. You have to be good live too, because how's your notoriety going to be formed before that too? There's just a lot of things to note with that, but it's amazing to, at the end of the day, come to this duo and realize, wow, like we could see where a lot of cats got their got their style from. A little bit of parts of it.
Yeah, and the fact that these two, even till this day, like, you know, they had a little falling out over some money, but the thing is that they were so tied together still, just like they connected in such a beyond the, like, just musically, they had the same connect. There was a chemistry there between the two that even when they did separate because of money disputes, and just, they recognized that it was actually the people around them that were causing, you know, like putting stuff in their ear, like, oh, you're not really making as much as you should be making, la, 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 you know, you should be getting more, la, la, la. But the fact that they came together is even dope, because that doesn't always happen, you know? Sometimes once you have a falling out, that's it. You never hear from them again, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But the fact that they still, even in like modern rap, have worked with a lot of different artists, R&B artists, they have a little sprinkles of touch all throughout the period of hip hop in these 50 years, you know, which is cool. I'll give credit to like even cats like Busta Rhymes for doing that. LL still for kind of doing that. Eminem sticking around. Like, I love the fact that these guys are sticking around, especially now in this period of hip hop, because we need it now more than ever. If hip hop's going to continue to thrive, we need to be able to make sure that we're respecting those who paved the way, and also that we're putting the focus on lyricism, on the music, because we don't want hip hop to veer off of that and become a joke or become something that's just, that falls off the tracks, you know? Like, hip hop is meant to stay, and it's meant to be this bigger thing, this bigger picture. And it sucks that a lot of times we will criticize our own, you know, even during the mumble rap period. I know, like, it sucked that, you know, there's mumble rap and stuff like that. But I think now we see these artists start to kind of look at things different, and actually, you know, as they start to grow up, they start, I think, realizing the importance for a long-lasting career. You got to have something of substance.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? That's what these guys do. These EPMD forces us to have that conversation of making something that's long-lasting and like being business minded with your stuff. Like, it's just a dope message, and that's what they're about.
Yeah. And what better method to have all that with like the business mindset to understand that you have to have certain preparations behind what you do and execute in your plan. Why would you want to be portrayed as an MC who the lyrics aren't on point, you don't freestyle, are you even good live? Like,
there's
like
a lot of questions.
But if you have a strong foundation of like, yo, like this dude can spit. When someone else, another guy, says stuff about you outside in public, that is a sign of respect.
Yep.
That is when, because I'm not going to say like, you know, like it's a man of his word.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. It's like, oh, I'm for one man to talk about another man in a positive light like that. Yo, he can spit. That's the true seal of approval. So it also takes that. It takes your freestyling ability. It takes your live effort. A lot of those factors come in.
And if you like just Google how many projects that Eric Sermon and Parish have touched throughout hip hop, you'll be quite surprised and amazed at how much production they touched, how much features they hopped on.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
You're like, I'm still scrolling.
Yeah, exactly. So, big ups, respects to this legendary, masterful crew, who really paved the way and really helped seal the foundations of hip hop and just did something like that we needed at that point in time.
Absolutely.
For the culture. So big ups to Epmd. And before we end things, of course, we are on the road to 500 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes.
We're getting closer and closer to that mark. If you guys rock with us on the podcast channel and you don't follow us on YouTube, please find us there. It's going to be youtube.com/@thatshiphop909. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok, of course. We put together reels and stuff like there. But yeah, we honestly are continuing on the journey, man. We got a lot of albums to cover, a lot of hip hop legends to really talk about. Mark, he is running right now a local business, and he's doing pins and everything. Talk a little bit about that, Mark.
Yeah, so make sure to hit up thenotoriouspin.com or on Instagram at lnotoriouspin. If you guys are into pins, I do make a vast amount of them, ranging from anything from like 90s pop culture, video game related stuff, just stuff that everyone that appreciated the 1990s would actually dig. And you can wear it as flair, whether you're going to put it on your hat, backpack, have it on a corkboard for a collection. We're here for that. We definitely, I pride myself in trying to make pins that I would collect.
It's his thing.
Yeah, it's my thing. And you know what? For the people with the negative comments on YouTube, you guys to chill. But we also want to extend our thanks to you guys too, as well, to help support us. I mean, it's like I mentioned about the respect thing. For you to even have the subscription to us, we're completely honored, and it shows us that we do have your subtle sign of your respect. So we definitely appreciate that. The likes definitely will help the algorithm for spanning this for our various episodes. We're up to episode 55 with this one.
Yep.
So then that means we're going to be freestyling at the end of this one. Every 5 episodes, we catch wreck off the top. Always understand where you're going to get your hip hop information from. Also know that we do practice what we preach. So every 5 episodes, completely off the dome, off the top of the head freestyles for a little bit after the end of the show as a special treat to you guys to hear us catch wreck. There's some stuff that we're like spitting. We're just like, damn, we actually went off. That was cool. But yeah, to the MCs out there, if you drop a mic, drop a like.
And you better chill.
And for those that need to, you got to chill.
You got to chill.
Peace. Trying to make you better. Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so before we get into this beat, I just want to give a shout out because this guy actually provided the beats for us. We had this issue where we were using beats, but they were getting copyrighted and messing up the whole business. We got to keep it strictly business. So we got a special beat provided by the Flatliners. I'm gonna put the whole
this is
link
dope.
right here. The Flatliners, man. Turn it down a little bit. Yo.
Yeah.
There you go, right? Yeah. It's pretty sick. Yo. Check it. Yo, Matt Cat's ambitious. Yo, but they lack the viciousness. To keep it strictly business. Like Epmd. They wanna be like me instead of trying to live like a legend. They'd rather be a peasant. They think that it's just gonna all come free like a blessing. But why you stressing? Yo, in fact, it pays when you do hard work, Jack. Like trying to buy the shirt off your back. Don't be whack, we come fully packed. Cat's about to get smacked. Yo, smart dudes know how to last. We don't burn out fast. Yo, we're gonna always come back. Dropping it all the time. As we start to rewind, you better go get your spicy chicken sandwich before I pop eyes. Where's my spinach? Yo, let me finish. Rewind this back, go counterclockwise, and equalize you through a scrimmage. Your rhymes start to diminish, cause they're null and void. When they come in my area, I'm annoyed. I'm about to run over you and let rap cats go ahead and attack like Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm on a steroid with these raps. Every time I got the lines, but it's not smack. I'm coming through, yo, to smack the camera. About to damage ya. These rhymes won't perish. Like Eric's sermons. When he perishes the other cats, you're just a vermin, disturbing the peace. I'm coming discreet, really subtle. Don't gotta show my whole arsenal. Not really flashy like that, Jack. We those type of battle rappers that come out ya, killing, murder ya, slower, loving the beat. It's diabolical. I love it. So
yo, this beat's sweet to me. MCs can't even meet my frequency. I'm kicking dope 16s like Epmd when I'm doing this. Yo, you said to make a thrill, but yo, I'm hot lava, but you meant to chill. You gots to chill. All the rhymes that I'm building, yo, it comes with a hefty bill that you got to pay. Your payday's today, and you gotta make sure I'm in paid in full with me and Zay. Especially when we coming off the top of the brain, we're gonna be making it rain with all these lyrics. Yo, we got all within them, especially when we're kicking these dope type lyricism. Yo, I keep on going deep gold mining. Peace to the beat provided by the flatliners. When I'm going, yo, I'm the chief that beat all the 49ers. I'm sorry, Isaiah, I know that's your team. Yo, peace to all the people that was rooting for them too. But yo, I blow them through right out the Mahomes. Yo, down waiting to the M zones. Yo, I'm trying to do this really swift. Yo, peace to Taylor. But yo, I'm over the moon like I'm a sailor. Sailor Moon. Yo, I keep on going here, choosing your doom. Yo, I'm trying to fit all these dope rhymes within a room, but it's all at capacity. I'm done trying to fill this room and trying to take all the whack MC out. Yo, I'm trying to take them out in a rhyme bout. All within a round, knock them out like on Super Punch Out. No need to have me beat Mike Tyson in round 3. It's gonna take less than a sec when I catch wreck. Matter of fact, it'll take less than a millisec. Yo, I time travel in light speed. Yo, I ghost rope for the time machine. HG well, I go well. And like Epmd, I rock well off the times. Yo, I'm here to put you in a spell. But yo, it don't matter. My style isn't majestic like Harry Potter. Yo, I go deep in secrets. Yo, you trying to go into my chamber of secrets when I'm go secret beneath. Yo, deep in the schemes. Yo, all my rhyme schemes go into the DNA strands. But yo, I give it to Isaiah, the one-man band.
Yo, the one-man band as I stand. I'm trying to make hit like through the bad, through the good, through the ugly. Yo, you can't stop me no matter what coming up, yo. I'm bubbling up, about to pop off. The way I come off, it's just phenomenal. Yo, I'm right through your follicles. I'm about to come through, mission impossible. There's obstacles we blowing through like particles. Yo, right down to the very follicles. Yeah. Yo, you best to chill like Schwarzenegger. Mr. Freeze, coming through the breeze, really easy, like Easy-E. Yo, I like that flow. Yo, I'm coming down, hitting down like domino effect. Coming about to wreck like DOS effects. Gonna say who's next. Come up in the battle set, hit the octagon. What's wrong? I'm about to come all along. Yo, you knew I was here. No time to fear. Better think twice, cause I'm really nice when I spit on the mic. Coming like ice. The way I'm cold with it. Like J. Cole with it on the mic. Alright, so I'm about to go off. I'm about to just let off like it was just the metaphysical, lyrical layer that I'm be sprayer. Yo, it's here, I'm about to come through. Now we're in the dragon's lair. The way I spray it's just like a diamond matrix. The way I'm in all black, like that, Jack. Yo, reminds me of Big L, the way my lyrics fell on your head like it's rain. Yo, I'm coming through with the pain like method. Check the method as I come with it. Yo, so methodical. I'm blowing through each obstacle. Yo, I like this beat, diabolical. I'm with it. Hey, yo, we Mortal Tech with it. I'm like Inspector Deck. Mr. Paying respects. Yo, where I get it all from. ODB. Yo, I like to be like Epmd. You know me. I'm like rolling with the Juice Crew. Biz Marquee. Hanging with Marquee. Yo, so it's a Marquee. Yo, at it. Yo, we're the Marquee on the theater screen.
Nice.
Yo, we coming with the new scene. That's hip hop. Yo, we about to be like a hot pot when we mixed up the hip hop. The way we drop, yo, non-stop. Yo, I'm sick of it. The way I be killing everybody. Thought it was sunny, but then you thought it was sweet like honey. But here's another Easter egg like a bunny. No one above me. I'm all about the money. I love it. Nothing's funny. It's no joke. I'm like the Pope. You gotta go through my cardinals to get to me. All white like Pillsbury Doughboy. Yo, I'm the Pope, boy. A hit boy. Got all the hits producing. Yo, I ain't losing, I'm winning. Like Mario. Ahoo! Or Mario Winnings on Peaches and Cream. Cause I'm Mario getting the peaches, you see. From Bowser. I'm never lackadaisical. I'm after it, not a coward. Yo, but I'll get a coward. And come with it like that. Jack, moving through your scenario. Out your stereo box. The way I talks, it's non-stop. Out the beatbox, pass it to Mark.
Pass it to me, yo. Going through all these obstacles, I'm gonna end up putting you in the I'm gonna end up putting you in the hospital and have you being, oh man, who's giving you all these unconscious type flows? I'm like, yo, this is all provided by the Flatliners though.
Flatliners, the Flatliners.
Produced by him with these dope beats, you see. Yo, it's cool because you get to match the frequency and end up like Epmd, kind of rhyming on the same timeline, you see. Yo, that's how we do it. We do it and hop pursue it like on Need for Speed. And then after that, I'll shoot an RPG right through your hut, you see. Or matter of fact, I'll take it tactical and go above the ground like an atmospheric drone bird or something like that. Yo, keep on going with these dope raps. Yo, these were found as dope and ancient artifacts. Yo, cause when I do this, it goes strictly business within this at the Earth's core. I like doing these metaphors off the top of the dome because I like it rocking strong. Like I'm Ronnie Coleman or Schwarzenegger, like Isaiah mentioned. Yo, nobody does it better. Bench press, deadlifts, whatever you want to get, as long as you're lifting these 16ths. Yo, this is like a 2-ton lift with the mental swiftness. Yo, I keep on doing this like this. Yo, piece the dope beats provided. So when we do this on this improvisational tip, we ride it out. Yo, we don't want to do dope or whack lyrics out of our mouth. Yo, we kind of want to do this on the successful voyage. Yo, we keep on going. Yo, going and going, excellent flowing. Yo, I try to escape the matrix or the twilight zone of lame rhymes. Because I try to escape one time. And I try to keep the peace in mind.
Yo, strictly business like Kobe. Swinging mics like Shinobi. Obi-Wan like KRS. I ain't done. Coming through for fun. Yo, a drink of soda. Pop all y'all like I'm Yoda. Or Yoshinoya after lunch. I'll have that. Rappers just a munch for me. Just like that. I'm real nice. I already told you twice. Now I'm like killing them like Ice Spice. The way I'm chilling with Swift. I ain't chilling, but I'm diff. like that, cause I'm strictly biz. All day, every day. Every day's another dollar to make. Making dollars, making another cash. Parish, holla as I come with another one for tomorrow. I'll get the 7 digits from your mother for a, That's the way I be leaving them off. Going off the top, acapella. Tell everyone, tell another fella, that we're here to pop off for the year. Shout outs to Flatliners right here, for the beat provided. Going on and on and on and on. I'm excited to rap on this track. I love that old school beat bap type of rhymes. We the golden era now in this time. Line for line, trying to get mine like Tupac. Others just a rip-off. Letting it breathe, letting it seethe. Out to seize the jewels, the treasure. Yo, I'm not one you can't measure. Infinite rhymes all crazy, omnipotent, everywhere. I'll have you stripped down, right down to your underwear, if it's like that. All right, Mark, finish this out.
Yo, kicking the dope flow down to the Galapagos acapella go when I'm wrecking the flow and wrecking your flow. Doing this off the top of the dome. Finish it off. You got 4 bars.
Shout outs to Flatliners for the
Peace.
beat. Dope beat, man. Thank you guys again for that. And peace, everybody.